Hello everyone, this is Raven Ironwing and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about how to take any controller or gamepad or joystick and map it to a mouse. You can also use this program today to map it to different keyboard inputs. It is a great program, it's amazing. It's called Antimicro. If you haven't used it before, I would recommend any gamer out there check this out because you can do some pretty cool things with it. You can basically make any controller into like a corded input device where you can hold down the left and right paddle buttons as like shifts to shift to the inputs, so you can have like twice as many button inputs. It's amazing. I've used it in a lot of games I've played in the Borderlands games. It allows you to do like rapid fire, auto-firing things. It's pretty sweet. Anyway, but today what we're going to use it for is simply taking that old Atari joystick and converting it into a mouse. Alright, it is available on the Microsoft Store if you have Windows. If you have Linux, it's available for Linux too. It's completely free. It's called Antimicro. So go ahead and just install that. And then once it's installed, it will look something like this, depending on what depending on what joystick you have. And with this joystick, we have 12 buttons. Well, we don't really have 12 buttons, but on this joystick controller, we have 12 buttons. On the Atari joystick, we only have one button, and it's wired to button number 7. So I actually wired this controller up so it can control 3 different Atari joysticks instead of 1. Anyway, so we also have axis 1 and axis 2, so I'm wiggling it up and down now. Now I'm wiggling it right and left. Okay, so to map these, we just click on the ones. So press the buttons, figure out which buttons they are, then click on them. And then we want to go to where it says no key, so I'm pressing left right now. So I click on where it says no key. Then I can map this to a keyboard key, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to map it to a mouse, so I'm going to go to mouse, and see it has the turbo and toggle options, and those are very useful. I definitely recommend this program. Anyway, click on mouse, click on left, so now, instantly, it maps that. So when I'm pressing left, it's moving the mouse left. And now click on where it says no key right above when I move it right. And click on mouse again, then go to right. So now I can move right and left along that axis 1 using the Atari joystick. Now click on close. Now go to axis 2, that's the up and down. Now when I press up, this part's turning red. So go to mouse, not mouse settings, click where it says no key, then mouse, and then up. Now we can move it up. Now go to where it says no key, mouse, and then down. So now I have the full range of motion using the Atari joystick. And again, you can do this with any joystick or gamepad. Okay, now where's the button? Button number 7. We want to map to the mouse left button. Alright, and now I am using the Atari joystick as the mouse. So go ahead and minimize that. And you can really tell I'm using a joystick as a mouse because it's very square in its motions. But there's one thing that a joystick as a mouse can be quite useful for. If you've ever used the program called GEOS, it's an old GUI for the Commodore 64. They made it for a few other systems as well, but I used it on the Commodore 64 when I was a kid, and one of my favorite things was using the program GeoPaint. It's very similar to the Paint program in early Windows and early Mac. And one thing I really loved about it, in fact you can see this person here was using a joystick because we have these very straight lines here. One thing I loved about using the joystick is it's very easy to draw straight lines and squares. So here I am in Microsoft Paint, reliving my childhood here. And look how easy it is to draw those straight lines. I mean, that is so easy. And the diagonals are pretty easy too. I mean, just try and draw a square with a mouse. So I'm back on the mouse. I'll try my best to draw a square with a mouse. And it is almost impossible to do a straight line with a mouse. But with the joystick, it is quite simple. Now, circles, they're pretty difficult to do. Anyway, that's all there is to it. If we go back to Antimicro, when you minimize it, it goes in the tray here. Let's go back there, and you can save profiles. So you can have different joystick profiles for different games. So I can go ahead and save this as Atari mouse. And I'm going to make a new folder for joystick profiles. And now it's saved. So now I can select the Atari mouse joystick profile, or I can create a new one. And that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, if you are a gamer and you like to use a controller, this is really great if you want to map the controller to a lot of different functions, where you can add those toggles and shift buttons there, and then you can just have so many more buttons you can do. And in my next video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this program to make it so I can play Minecraft with an Atari joystick from the 1970s. Hope you had a good time watching this video. Please feel free to leave comments in the comment section below, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Have a wonderful day. Bye then.